We'll start with the problems of Cauchy's integral formula and Cauchy's theorem together. So the first problem is integration, line integral on Ez divided by z into z minus 1 into z minus 2. So first, what is the curve here? The curve is given by modulus of z is equal to 2. See, modulus of z is equal to 2 represents a circle in Argand diagram. You know Argand diagram, right? Where y axis you have imaginary numbers and in x axis you have real numbers with centered at 0, 0 comma 0. Model of z is equal to 2 means circle with centered at 0 comma 0 with radius 2. Okay. So before starting the problem, we'll use partial fraction to solve this problem. So how to do that? 1 by z into z minus 1 into z minus 2 can be written as a by z plus b by z minus 1 plus c by z minus 2. So we have to find what are the values of a, b, c such that these two are equal. So multiply whole equation by z into z minus 1 into z minus 2. So left hand side you will get 1 and in right hand side the z cancels. In first term z cancels. In first term this z cancelled, okay. And in second term z minus 1 cancelled when you multiply, and in third term z minus 2 cancelled. So take this equation, now put z is equal to 0. This is how we find values of a, b, c in partial fraction. So how we got that z is equal to 0 is the first value. This is z is equal to 0 will take, because here the first term is z, right? So z minus 0 is the 1. So we'll put z is equal to 0 first. So when you put z is equal to 0 in this equation, all these terms become 0 because z is there. Only in this term you will get minus 1 and minus 2. So a is equal to half. The next term will be z is equal to 1 because in the second term you have b by z minus 1. When you put that z is equal to 1, the first equation becomes 0 because 1 minus 1 is the first term. In second term you will get the answer, that is 1 into 1 minus 2, that is minus 1. So b is equal to minus 1. In third term you have 1 minus 1, 0. So third term also becomes 0. Now to find c you have to put z is equal to 2. So first two terms become 0. The third term you will get 2 into 1 and c will be half. So by partial fraction, 1 by z into z minus 1 into z minus 2 will be 1 by 2z, that is what we put a value, minus 1 by z minus 1 plus 1 by 2 z minus 2. So by using this we change this question by, like, wherever you have 1 by z into z minus 1 into z minus 2, we will substitute this value. So we will get integration of e power z dz divided by z into z minus 1 into z minus 2 is equal to integration of e power z divided by 2z dz minus e power z dz by z minus 1 plus integration of e power z dz divided by 2 into z minus 2. So from here we have to understand how to solve this problem. See, there are two theorems here. One is Cauchy integral formula and one more is Cauchy's theorem. What does Cauchy's theorem says? Cauchy's theorem says you need a simple, you should have a simple closed curve, that is we have. Then the points inside should be analytic. Points inside this curve should be analytic. Then this f of z, here for Cauchy's integral formula, what is f of z? These things we'll use separately for we'll use Cauchy integral formula or Cauchy's theorem separately for each term. So for first term, f of z will be this whole, that is e power z divided by 2z, right? So when you put z is equal to 0, this first term will be, what you'll get when you put z is equal to 0, you'll get this whole thing as infinite, right? And 0 is inside, you can see the center itself 0, right? So 0 inside this curve. So area inside this curve is not analytic. So we cannot use Cauchy's integral Cauchy's theorem for first term. Now let's see second term. What is second term? The second term is f of z is e power z divided by z minus 1. You remember what is Cauchy's theorem, right? Cauchy's theorem is f of z dz will be equal to 0 if you have a simple closed curve and f of z is analytic. But here f of z is analytic? No, f of z is not analytic when z is equal to 1. When z is equal to 1, this down 1 will become 0. So 1 by 0 will be infinite and it's not analytic. So we have to see, is point 1 is inside? Yes, even point z is equal to 1 is inside this because the radius is 2, right? Then so we cannot use Cauchy's integral formula, sorry, Cauchy's theorem for this. The next one, we try to use Cauchy's theorem for this equation. Is this one here, is this f of z is analytic? This f of z is not analytic at z is equal to 2, right? If you remember Cauchy's theorem, in Cauchy's theorem statement it says f of z should be analytic inside the closed curve, inside the simple closed curve and on that closed curve. But here at point 2, which is on the line on this curve, not analytic. So we cannot use Cauchy's theorem even here. So for all these terms we use Cauchy's integral formula. For Cauchy's integral formula, they are not asking this whole thing to be analytic. They are not asking this whole thing to be analytic or this term to be analytic. Only for Cauchy's integral formula, only the upper part is f of z, that should be analytic, and here it is analytic. E power z is an analytic. Okay, because in Cauchy's integral formula, the equation will be of this kind: f of z divided by z minus a power n into dz. So 2 power z or z minus 1 will be a power z minus a. F a z will be e power z, right? So we cannot use Cauchy's theorem, we can use Cauchy's integral formula. So we use Cauchy's integral formula for first equation. What does Cauchy's integral formula says? Cauchy's integral formula says f of a is equal to 1 by 2 pi I integration along the curve C f of z into dz divided by z minus a. Yeah, that's it, right? So we have to find these terms, and to get the f, you have to take this to another side and get the answer. Just write the formula in your book once and try to match that. So here e power z divided by z minus 1, all this, okay, that is right hand side. So we'll take this first term. What is that? E power z divided by 2z. So you can take that 1 by 2 to outside. So only thing is e power z divided by z. So what is a? Here a is 0. Then what is f of a? Here a is 0. F of a. You remember f of z is e power z, right? So f of a, that is f of 0, will be e power 0. Remember f of z, f of z is equal to e power z, right? F of z is equal to e power z, and f of a, where a is equal to 0, substitute here, wherever z is there, will be 1. F of a will be 1. And you have to take 2 pi I. 2 pi I is not there in this integration, right? If you compare that, 1 by 2 pi is not there in this place. So you have to multiply 2 pi I to the answer. And half will be there, which was there here. Okay. So 2 pi I f of 0. Next one, integration of e power z dz divided by z minus 1. What is a? A is 1. So same thing, rest all is same. That 1 by 2 pi goes to another side, and you will get multiplied by 2 pi I. Okay, multiplied by 2 pi I, and f of 1. What is e power 1? That is just e. Let's see, that is later. And here one more is you have half, you have to take outside in last term, and a is 2, so 2 pi I into f of 2. So what is the answer? Pi I minus 2 pi I e, and e square. Pi I e square, 2 cancels, pi I e square. That is the answer. We will go for next problem. Integration of along the curve. Here curve they did not give separately. The curve is modulus of z is equal to 1. So what is modulus of z is equal to 1? A circle with center at 0, 0 and of radius 1. Cos 2 pi z divided by 2z minus 1 into z minus 3. So what we'll do in next step? We have taken 2 common out from this. When you take 2 common, there is no 2 here, right? So we'll divide it by 2. Okay, we have taken 2 common. Then rest all will be same. Now I use whatever remaining 1 by z minus 1 by 2 into z minus 3. We use partial fraction. So for that we'll take 1 by z minus half into z minus 3 is equal to a divided by z minus half plus b by z minus 3. Multiply whole equation by z minus half into z minus 3. You will get 1 is equal to a into z minus 3. That in first term z minus half cancels, in second term z minus 3 cancels. So you will get this. Now first put z is equal to 3, or you can put z is equal to half also, it's your wish. So put z is equal to 3. What you will get, this will become 0. So 3 minus half, that is when you take LCM, that is 5 by 2, and b will be 2 by 5. Next put b is equal to z is equal to half. So the answer will be a is equal to minus 2 by 5. Just check here. What is the curve? The curve is a circle with radius 1 and centered at 0, right? So where this point half comes, half will be inside this. Where this point 3 comes, 3 will be outside. Then just think, okay, we'll do that later. So whatever we got by partial fraction, I substituted inside. Now that's what we are doing. So you have to check, can we use Cauchy's theorem for these two? The first one, z is equal it is not analytic. or this point, this whole thing, for Cauchy's theorem this whole thing will be f of z, right? Just check once again what is Cauchy's theorem says. It need this whole thing as f of z. So at point half, z is equal to half, this whole thing is not analytic, this become infinite, and the point z is equal to half lies inside the curve modulus of z is equal to 1. We just checked now, right? So we cannot use Cauchy's theorem because for this term f of z is not analytic. So we cannot use Cauchy's theorem. This cannot be 0. Now when z is equal to 3, this will become 0. But the point 3 itself is outside the curve. The curve we just did there. Curve will be 3 will be outside. So we inside that curve, inside this circle, all that f of z is analytic. At point 3 only it is not analytic, right? That comes outside. Inside it's all analytic. So I can use Cauchy's integral formula, sorry, Cauchy's theorem, and by Cauchy's theorem, see here, cos 2 pi z by z minus 3 is analytic inside modulus of z is equal to 1. So this will become, whole thing will become 0 by Cauchy's theorem. So for second term I use Cauchy's, first term, which where you have z is equal to half, right? So first term I use Cauchy's integral formula. So minus 1 by 5 was whatever was there, 2 pi I, f of half, what is f here? Cos 2 pi z, instead of z substitute half, so that is cos pi will be minus 1, and you will get answer 2 pi I divided by 5. Next one, evaluate line integral of 1 by z power 4 minus 1 into dz along the curve modulus of z is equal to 2. So what is this curve? Modulus of z is equal to 2. It's a circle with radius 2 at centered at 0, 0 or 0. Okay. So z power 4 minus 1, it is fourth root of unity. Okay. So how can I write z power 4 minus 1 in multiplied form? I can write it as z minus 1 into z minus z plus 1 into z minus I into z plus I. These are the roots of which are minus 1 plus 1 minus I plus I. All these are roots of fourth roots of 1. Now I use partial fraction to solve this. So 1 by z minus 1 into z plus 1 into z minus I into z plus I. I can write it as a by z minus 1 plus b by z plus 1 plus c by z minus I plus d by z plus I. I'll multiply whole equation by that, z minus 1 z into z plus 1 into z plus I into z minus I, and I'll get this term. So I have to find what are a, b, c, d, right? So first put z is equal to 1. So all other terms will cancel. The first term only will get answer. So that is 1 plus 1 2, 1 plus I, 1 minus I. If we just simplify, that is 1 plus I and 1 minus I. What is that? 1 minus I square. I square is minus 1. So 1 plus 1. You will get 2 into 2, 4. A is equal to half. Put z is equal to minus 1. And substitute in this equation. These are simple. You have to know. Only one problem we can do. You have to know how to do partial fractions. These are just simplification. We go on putting z is equal to 1, z is equal to minus 1, z is equal to I, z is equal to minus I to find all these answers. This is one way of solving ABCD. The another way is you can use equating constant terms, equating coefficients of z equating coefficients of z square and so on. So now we got what are the values of a, b, c, d. Okay, I'll just tell one thing here. See here, we got c is equal to minus 1 divided by 4i. But what is 1 by I? 1 by I is minus I. So when it goes up, it became plus. That is minus 1 by 4i became plus I by 4. The same thing for D. It was 1 by 4i. When I became, I went to numerator, it became minus I. So minus I by 4. We got all the values of A, B, C, D. We wrote that. Now we have to check, can we use Cauchy's theorem here? That means, is these points are inside the circle. So which are the points here? One is minus 1. Is modulus of minus 1 is inside? Yes. Plus 1 is modulus of plus 1 is the inside one. Yes, it's on the line. No, it is the question. The curve is modulus of 2, right? Yeah, it's inside the curve 2, of radius 2, circle of radius 2. And see, we just wrote here, modulus of I is equal to modulus of minus I is equal to modulus of minus 1 is equal to 1. So all these points lies inside the curve z is equal to 2. So since all these points lies inside, each term here becomes not analytic, because for Cauchy's theorem this whole thing is f of z, right? So it becomes non-analytic. So we cannot use Cauchy's theorem, we use Cauchy's integral formula. So what is the first term? 1 by z minus 1. So by Cauchy's integral formula you have 2 pi I f of 1. The same way second one is minus 2 pi I f of minus 1, and third one I is multiplied because of partial fraction. So I into 2 pi I f of I minus I into 2 pi I f of minus I. Take 2 pi I common out, you will get 1 minus 1 I minus I, all cancels, becomes 0. The fourth problem, integration of e power z dz z minus 1 whole cube. We'll do this in next video.